not being able to do that is just going to be like getting a cake without icing on it, you know? Like it's still good. It's still you know, really yummy, but it's not as great as that cake over there that your buddy's got that's got all the fixings on it.
Walk with us as we escort you to safety, experience, and the adventure of a lifetime.
All right. New World beta. It's been out there for almost a week. One more week to go. Okay, so I thought we'd talk about some impressions. So I do have a question first for Solomon. You did pre-order the game, right?
Yep.
Did you get a code for the game?
Yep.
Have you played the game?
Nope.
Okay.
I know why you asked that, because you know what I was gonna say.
Well, no, I didn't know what you were doing. Maybe you were playing. I just didn't know it. That's all.
No, I'm lucky enough to actually be able to crank out YouTube videos with the schedule that I have, because I'm working 16 12 16 shifts from day
Yeah.
to day. So like
Yeah.
I try to cram as much as I can
Fair enough.
while I'm at work, but it's no yeah, well, hang on. I was gonna say it's not because I don't want to play, but it's actually it's actually because I don't want to play it.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
be
have
completely transparent.
Well, I've heard some people say they started playing it and they stopped. Why? Because I'm going to play the game when it comes out. I don't want to redo all these story quests again. Like literally,
Fair enough.
they put a pause, backing out, doing other things because they're going to play the game when it comes out in August, and therefore, why bother? And that's true. I've playing alpha, now playing beta. This is like my 4th or 5th time of restarting a character. They have made definite improvements in the early games. Don't get me wrong, okay?
Oh, have
good.
they?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair
I mean,
enough.
it's one of the key things I thought about was when I started playing the game was I always show you how to do your keys, you know, WAST. Oh, by the way, you can jump. I'm like, what the jump? We literally, when we were on the first show with Jafar, we had some devs in the chat, right? They're that no, there's no jumping. Okay, you'll notice what it is. It's more like a kind of like, you know, you go up to something and you might climb up it. Okay, and no jumping, no jumping. I'm like, and here I am in the beta going, I'm jumping. I'm like. You know, Final Fantasy 14, when it first came out, which crashed and burned big time before Realm Reborn, were like devs saying, you don't need no jumping. We know better than you do. You players don't need no stinking jumping. Well, kind of like that. Maybe more in Japanese, okay? And then in Crash and Burn, it came back with Realm Reborn, and this what was in there, jumping. So I'm like,
It's funny, really quick,
Yeah.
to kind of digress a little bit. Guild Wars 1 didn't have a jump.
Really? Oh.
Yeah,
Sure.
it was a command. You had to do /jump, and your character would jump in place.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, relatively speaking, Guild Wars 1 was actually a really successful game, and it didn't have jump. And now looking back, I'm like, that's kind of baffling, actually.
So for me right now, so I've been doing the alpha, okay, and not playing as much as I should have because I can't stream it. You know, on the alpha they had all these watermarks, right? So you could never stream it. And beta on stream it is really cool, so it's kind of fun. I've been enjoying it. I mean, I wish I could actually do farming, literally plant crops. Yeah, I finally found some squash. Ooh, squash and corn. Oh yeah, corn. You know, so I'm enjoying that type of stuff. I'm still only level what 13, I think it was, not like higher level than that. You know, why is Kennethan's video not matching his audio? Uh-oh. All right, anyways, I'll fix that up that in post, okay? Anyways, so I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the artwork. Okay, it's a very beautiful world. Okay, I've enjoyed the combat. I've been doing both a sword and board as well as a flame staff, but you can do everything too. You can do bow, you can do life staff, you can do axes and whatnot. It's kind of fun in that regards. It's been a great game so far. I've been enjoying it. I'm gonna after this show's over, I might play a little bit. If I go to bed. You know, so but that's why I'm thinking New World is going to be the game. It's coming out August 31st. I plan on taking vacation days off those days when we start launching it and showing you all and try to do the biggest thing that SirJahzeal and I have noticed, for especially those who are also on the West Coast, is the fact that, you know, they have East Coast server, West Coast server, not a Middle Coast server. Wait, that's not a word. A middle of the country server. Okay.
Yeah, Brazil too.
Well, that's okay. Well, that's not middle of the country, but anyways, so
Maybe if you head south a little bit and squint a little bit, you know. Kind of
there are a lot of folks we know who are playing on the east. You know, whether it's Jafar or it's Shadeless, or Tap Tap, or Austin, or a lot of people, okay, they're on an NA East server. The ping is high. And this is a PvP type of game. Yes, you can flag yourself PvE, okay, but if you really want to do the RVR, the faction versus faction stuff, you need to be more PvP. And that's the ping's going to come in handy. So we're playing on the West Coast server because the West Coast server, we're West Coast, and so a lot lower. Me, JahzeaL, Slick, Gotfuzz, and some others are on the West Coast because the ping is better. So I'm hoping that they have more servers. Imagine this is Amazon, hey, on the West Coast. We thought, hey, West Coast server is probably the best server, right? Because they're West Coast company. But if they have a central, they better have a central. You know, that way then we can join in. Otherwise, I can see that the Hideout, the guild that we were thinking about having for this game, might be split in the East and West server, which might not be a bad idea, having two guilds, the same guild, but on two different servers, and maybe find a way to have two characters on each. I'm not sure, okay? Anyway, so JahzeaL, what have you been seeing so far? What are your impressions and thoughts on New World?
It when I'm on the West Coast server anyway, it runs really well, and I'm very happy to see jumping. uh, I have been having a lot more fun than I thought I was going to, and I found myself not having any problem when I am thinking about what game am I going to boot up this evening. I'm going to miss it that couple of weeks we don't have it. But
Really? You like it that much?
yeah, you know what? And I have not done any PvP. I haven't done the instances yet. The only thing is what that's really bumming me out. And I'm hoping that they do add servers in Texas or Colorado or somewhere, somewhere in between, because it's just not going to be. Could we play on the East Coast? I did. I have been actually leveling two characters up. I got two level 20. Well, one's level 20, one's level 24, I
Oh, you're
think.
higher up than I am.
Yeah. And on the East Coast server, it's the lag playing from over here in California is it's between 2 to 3 times the ping that I get playing on the West Coast server. And I've noticed that even doing PvP or PvE stuff, like when I'm trying to dodge a wolf or something coming at me, or any kind of enemy, that it's almost always mistimed
Mm,
because of the lag.
mm.
I have had disconnects and things that I don't get on the West Coast. And what bums me out about it is this is still a very PvP oriented game. I do want to do PvP, but all them other guys have decided they're going to go East Coast. If it's East Coast, West Coast, and that's all we have available to us, they're going to go East Coast, and that's just final. And then us over here on the West Coast, we're not going to be able to PvP. We're going to get wrecked. Because it's just the ping is way too high. The lag is way too high to be efficient in PvP. Now, could we go over there and just do PvE stuff to help them out, build, make armor, help with fortifications, and do all the behind the curtain stuff to support them? Sure, but if we want to experience the full extent of the game, we're going to need to be able to join the battles and stuff with them and defending our territories that we do win. And not being able to do that is just going to be like getting a cake without icing on it. Like, it's still good. It's still really yummy, but it's not as great as that cake over there that your buddy's got, that's got all the fixings on it. So as far as like game balance between weapons and whatnot, I think they've done an excellent job with that. I think they've done a pretty excellent job with being able to swap between weapons is a lot smoother now than it was in alpha, to be sure, because during alpha it was kind of clunky. The combat feels smoother. I still would like to see combat a little smoother than it is, because it still feels a little clunky. Not bad, not bad enough to put me off, but it's not as smooth as a lot of the other games that I've been playing. So I would like to see that, but it's there. It's got enough right now that I feel like it's worth the $40. And it's even better that there's no subscription. So I'm pretty excited for it. And I've been. It's funny because I keep finding these weapons and I'm like, oh, this is it. When it goes live, this is the weapon combo I'm going to use, and then I like go try something else and I go, wait a minute, no, this is way better. I've gone through like pretty much and tried every weapon combo in the game, and I have life staff and hatchet right now. But I'm even thinking about going back to rapier instead of hatchet, and yeah, so that's been fun too. Like trying to figure out what works best for solo, what works best for when you're grouped up with people, and I don't have any like I have little nitpicky things, but what I love about this is there isn't really anything huge that I'm like, oh yeah, this is great, but this thing over here, there's nothing like that. So we'll see. I'm not canceling my pre-order. I'm still
Yep.
getting it. I'm gonna play the heck out of it. Oh man, this server thing, guys. I want to play with everybody. I want to be able to have everybody,
Yeah,
the whole
me too.
hideout on one
Yep.
server. And if that doesn't happen, oh man.
I know. I agree.
I think it's
By
a
the way,
different discussion, but I think we should talk about next show how dumb and obsolete servers are. To be honest with you.
Well,
Anyways.
Well, especially Elder
I don't
Scrolls
know.
Online. You're right. Elder Scrolls has one main server.
Right.
Right.
That's
You're
true.
right.
I
So
think
the
I think
idea,
all MMOs should do that.
Yeah.
To be completely honest. Same thing with Black Desert Online. You have multiple servers, but you could swap between any one of them every 15 minutes.
It's true. It's true.
Good point.
I don't know why they can't do that. They're Amazon.
I don't know where
Right.
cake came in all this,
I
okay?
know!
But
Amazon!
apparently somewhere somebody made cake. You can make cake in the game, but why did cake all of a sudden pop up in the chat here, okay? But
honestly,
and donuts,
mentioned
I guess,
cake.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I just
Yeah.
kind of got on the cake bandwagon and just started memeing cake.
Well, like Mr. Gamer, wait, New World has cake? What about donuts? I heard there's going to be the best donuts in the New World. What Revelation? What 21:5? And he who sits on the throne said, "Behold, I am making all things new." And he said, "Right, for these words are faithful and true." Yeah, that's a good point. See, all things are new. That has to include cake, right? Swap is on the Tapana, and I haven't had any issue with the server. And I'm in. What? Wait. So that's the East Coast. That's the East Coast server that they're all on. But what's the ping? What's your ping right now?
Maybe they use like no ping VPNs or something. I don't know.
I think it's Watson on here, right? What's your ping? Because
that's that one that MMObite uses, right?
Oh no, he used exit lag.
Or exit lag. That's right.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, maybe it's time of the night too. I tried to get on the Tapana server one time, and it was like all full. It also was earlier in the day. It's only Watson. Okay, I'm not on at the moment. It's only Watson. I'm not on at the moment, but it's been good to be. Okay. Huh. Okay. So, I mean,
the thing is, I've shown not to self-promote here.
You can self-promote.
I've self-promote all you want.
Okay, I've shown it on my streams. I actually leave that on where well, it's supposed to be for the FPS, so I show the FPS, but I also show the ping from locally as well as what's between me and the server. And
where can we find your streams?
SirJahzeal on Twitch.
There you go. There's the self-promotion, boys.
Yeah. I've been doing that on there, and I've actively been going between Tapana and I just said it wrong. Whatever, you know what I mean. The East Coast server Topanga, isn't that from?
Yeah,
Kinda
it's
Boy
yeah,
Meets
yeah, yeah.
World,
We're
yeah.
not, yeah, not doing. No, we're gonna go to Topanga. Okay, so
What? I had.
go ahead.
She was so
Nope,
cute.
nope.
Anyway, um,
I knew it was gonna happen. Okay, yeah.
anyway,
I like Feeney,
so
Mr. Feeney. He was cute.
I mean, he was cool. He was cool.
SirJahzeal, do you
Not
have
gonna lie.
cake? Oh, do you have cake in your channel? Apparently,
I
Mr. Gamer's
do.
asking. Oh,
What the
Yes, I do.
That was the
we,
most cow thing you said, Dad. And I know what you mean. I know you.
Mr.
I
Feeney.
know you know what I mean by that.
well, I always liked the actor
So
because William Daniel was in 1776 playing John Adams. So
that's true.
yeah.
Did a great job in that too.
I have a question
Fantastic.
that Twitchy had about this. Don't certain
Okay.
weapons better against certain enemies, so it forces you to switch up weapons?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I find
Yeah,
that obviously I
because
do range to do range, and once I get up close, I go into melee, so that helps.
beyond that, you also have certain enemies that will take more damage using blunt instruments, using sharp instruments. Yeah, all of it matters.
Okay.
So it it does. It's a great idea to level up all of them, honestly, and you'll have time to do it probably, unless you're in a guild that's just PvP all the time. Um, that's something I will be doing. I'm going to level up all of them.
All right.
That way you can just switch up depending on where you're going, and that's going to be the best advice I can give. Really, is to be well-rounded. But yeah, anyway, with
Oh my gosh.
regards to the ping, there is definitely it's at the very least 2 times the ping.
I'm wondering if Watson is doing it from at a certain time at night when everybody at the East Coast had gone to bed, or maybe this whole stream or
Maybe.
whole internet has gotten better, because I've noticed earlier in the day it seems to be not so great.
Well, like I said, the ping is at the very least it's 2 times the amount for West Coast, and
5 p.m.
at
Okay.
at the most I've seen it 3 times
Okay.
as
Well,
much as I get over here. And then as far as getting into the server, it seems like around dinner time for us on the West Coast. For some reason, that's when you hit the queue. It hasn't been that bad the last couple of days, though, honestly, on East Coast.
Every time I hear somebody say West Coast or East Coast, West Side, East Side, I just like want to throw up gang signs now.
Well, I mean, Death Row Records, buddy. No, I'm just kidding.
well, Aleatory was saying the
Forever.
Trinity Cake Show has like an IRL baking stream that needs to happen. I know about that. Okay.
Ooh.
Mr. Gaber is like, how many times do you think they'll say the word ping?
Oh, you're getting spammed, Dad.
I have
sad I don't
boring
get
internet.
spammed.
Yeah. And apparently we're
My
flexing. Way to go to
my
flex.
channel
Yeah.
isn't big enough to get spammed. Sad.
I want to make
Wow,
sure. So,
that's great.
I think that was all the things we had there. But I know earlier, I think we had a comment about the other game, the other thing we talked about, the Blizzard thing. Let's see, who was it? But you were saying if I owned a company, I would have to hire sign. Wait, I would have to the hire sign a paper entitled Code of Misconduct. If they don't want to work in an environment where people are free to say and do what they ever want to do, as long as it's not against the law, that would help weed out the snowflakes. Well, okay, not a good idea. You're gonna be sued big time, Stretchy. Okay,
Yeah,
that
don't make that company
that's
in California.
not gonna happen. Okay.
hope you're not doing that in California, because that
Let's
will
see,
not
Yoshi.
fly.
I saw people complain about PvP scaling and then getting debunked. Pretty hilarious on Reddit. Okay. And then who else I missing? Missionary Gamer.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems.
Gamer is all about first off, what Trinity, and then cake. He's all about the cake. Cake, and he's on a keto diet. Okay, I don't know. Considering that
Maybe I
Kennethan
should
has
brought
done
up
that
the
some
cake thing.
cooking stream. Oh yeah, I've done cooking streams. I make cookies, brownies and brownie cookies. No, I don't make donuts. Gotta make the donuts.
I don't
make
have
the donuts.
I want to get an air fryer is what I want to do.
Ooh,
Maybe I ought to
that'd be
do that
good.
yeah.
You air fryer and then want to become famous? High followers, private viewers. Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, thanks so much, guys. Anyways, if you're watching on this YouTube, after we cut out some of this stuff, okay, then let us know your opinion also with regards to the whole new world. Love to hear what your thoughts are on it. Looks like Co-op is playing it too. Missionary Gamer is not playing it. They have proximity chat there, Missionary Gamer.
True.
You can open your
Most
voice
people
up.
turn it off.
You know, you're in a new world. Have you heard the good news of the new world? Yo, yeah. Just a short trip to donuts, okay?
That sounds
anyway.
kind of heretical, Dad.
Maybe I know, but no. It's a joke, okay?
I
God won't. I hope that God doesn't spite me for that. Okay. Check out the further adventures of Kennethan by liking and subscribing and watching me live on twitch.tv/Kennethan.